play this record as frequently as possible.
DreAllDay.com.
What's up, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. This week's motivation is called Finding Ways to Fail. The reason why I would tell people to find ways to fail, why you should find ways to fail, is very simple. There's a couple very simple reasons why. First one is that most people are afraid of failing. And most people will do anything to avoid a situation where they might possibly fail. So they won't even put themselves in a position where something could possibly fail for them, where they would have to face a failure, have a public failure where people would know about it, or even something where they would have to deal with it themselves, because most people just don't have the mental toughness to deal with the failure. And the reason why it would be good for you to do something that most people won't do is why. Do you want to be average? Do you want to be like most people? If you just look at what most people do in every situation in life, it doesn't matter what you do, whether you play sports, whether you're an author, whether you're a firefighter, a plumber, a garbage man, if you put yourself in a position where most of the time you're doing what most people won't do, you are going to be unique. You're going to be above average, because most people are going to follow what everybody else does. So if you just look at it that way without knowing any type of psychology or facts or logic behind anything, you just do the opposite of what most do, that'll already put you in an advantageous position. So finding ways to fail, one reason is most people are afraid of failure and they're not going to do it. The second reason to find ways to fail is that every time you fail, you know what you gain? You gain experience. And the more experiences you have in life, actually even better than that, is that life is experience. That's all life is. When somebody has a very amazing, exciting life, think about anyone you know who has an amazing, exciting life. Somebody you know, or even somebody you know of. Maybe some famous person, somebody you watch on TV, somebody you know about from social media, whoever. Anyone you know who has a really exciting, amazing life, by your definition, what is it that they're doing that makes you think that? It seems like every time you see them or hear about them, they're doing something with somebody, they know somebody, they're having this conversation, they're involved in this event, they're doing things. Their exciting life is not about the things that they have. It's not about their car or their money or the clothes they wear. It's about the things that they're doing. Now, the car and the clothes and the material possessions, the objects might make them look good too. Shiny stuff looks good. But it's the things that they're doing. They're having experiences. Experiences is what makes life. If I gave you $100 million in cash and I put you on an island and said you can never leave this island, I gave you a big ass house, a nice car, and you got all the money that you ever need, but you can't leave the island and there's nobody there with you, you're gonna die. You're gonna die of boredom, because there's nothing to do, there's no experience to have, there's nobody to do it with. So having the objects alone is not the object of life. What makes life is having the experiences. And when you have a failure, that means you tried something that didn't work, a temporary defeat, a setback. Now you have a new experience. And the more experience you have, the more life you have. And the more life you have, the more you'll be sought after, because people want to know about your experiences. You got a story to tell. And the more story you have to tell, the more value you have to other people, because they can learn from you, they can be entertained by you, they see you as a person doing things. And when you're a person who does things, you have power, you have influence. Another reason that you want to look for ways to fail and find ways to fail and go through those failures is because the failures are going to make you stronger. They're going to make you mentally tougher, because a person who's not afraid to fail has to have a certain level of mental toughness, right? A certain level of mental strength, a certain level of fortitude, where they can take that thick face, kind of, where you don't lose face. If everyone ever heard of that or haven't heard of that, lose face means like you feel embarrassed about something. You develop a thick face, a thick skin, in another way of saying it, that you're not afraid of suffering a failure or a defeat or a setback that people might even know about you suffering this failure. You get tougher, and the tougher you get, the stronger you get. What that does is increase your confidence, because you're more willing to try something else because you went through that first failure. So those are the three reasons why you want to seek ways to fail. Number one, most people don't do it. So you separate yourself from over 90% of people by doing things that they're afraid to do. Number two, you get experiences. Experience is life. Having a great life means you have great experiences. And number three, you develop a toughness, a fortitude, and a confidence that'll push you forward to do more things, and the rest of your life. That's your motivation for this week. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com. Thanks for checking out this video. Make sure you follow all my top content up here. Follow me on all your favorite social networks right over here. And make sure you are subscribed to catch all the new content I put on this channel every single day. Work on your game.